So there's lots of, we're going to break down and we're going to have dance. And there's already people out there drinking and vibing, and we'll ask them to come in for the, join us for the dance. And then we'll continued opportunities with more films being shown in here, out in various mayor rooms. We'll be having lots of stuff. So please stay with us. We're thinking it takes about 10 minutes to break down. So I was thinking we might do a quick policy jam. We're covering everything at the summit. Anybody here who's from a group who's got like 9 seconds, they want to tell us what they're doing? Start with Celine. 9 seconds. Tell us again about it.
Well, actually, 90 seconds is great because I did a 100-second film festival for my grandfather's 100th celebration as well. It's out on TV out there. But I'm launching my nonprofit organization called Cause-Centric Productions, as opposed to egocentric, and also playing on concentric circles and the idea of the domino effect. And what we're doing is we're actually covering the work of grassroots organizations and individuals who are finding solutions to environmental and social issues. So rather than just talking about the problems, we're actually trying to find solutions. And there are everyday heroes out there. It's important for us to highlight them. And some of those heroes, Halsey Bergen, for example, we gave him an award for ocean advocacy through art last Wednesday. And he was quite surprised because we didn't tell him. But Halsey, you've done a beautiful work of art. Thank you.
Do I have any Blue Country board members here? No, because they're all out drinking. I'm so proud of my people. Anybody have, what we do is we try and herd catfish. Anybody want to come up for 60 seconds, tell us what you're doing? I know we've got over 100 organizations here this weekend. Come on up. We've got 90 seconds. We're not timing. I don't have the rubber eel with me, but...
Hi, my name is Andy Fox. Just briefly in a nutshell, I'm putting together a big expedition called the Extreme Islands Expedition. And our goal is going to be to circumnavigate Antarctica, go up through the Pacific, circumnavigate the Arctic, and come down the Atlantic. And we're going to stop at all those islands that people don't really know about, that usually remain for the world and make a feeding ground, mating ground. And we want to visually map the coast and scan the surrounding seafloor and create 3D replicas that people can interact with in Google Earth and with that database, wildlife, on the water and above water, fit footage, and photography.
Wow, you want to tell us about your new video? How's it going, everyone? You guys doing okay? Yes. You need to stand up or throw a dance move or anything? Okay, anyway, I run surfingforchange.com, and it is, I make short, formative movies. I'm a professional surfer, and on the trips I go on, I uncover a social or environmental cause. I just came out with my new one, and it's on solutions to plastic pollution. It features Jack Johnson, story stuff, Andy Leonard. It's a formative movie, and it's all on surfingforchange.com. So go and check it out, and I have this whole array of series of short movies on simple actions we can all take in our own communities, and I do it by taking on surf trips. So surfingforchange.com, check it out, and enjoy the show. My name's Kyle Tillman. Thanks for everyone. I'm from California. It's my first time in DC. So I'm playing the Metro already. And Kyle's also the 2010 Youth winner for the Peter Pan to the Oceans Award. And he's going to be the 2011 winner tomorrow, Rudy Sanchez. Richard, what about the oil lobby today? I should say the anti-oil or the... And again, when you go out and grab drinks, bring people back to the dance. It's going to be spectacular. Richard Charter, who's the 2009 Hero of the Seas.
Last week, a couple miles up the road, the U.S. House of Representatives passed 3 bills. They had too much tea at their party. And those 3 bills would make it more dangerous to do offshore drilling in U.S. waters, circumvent safety precautions, and in aggregate open the coast of Virginia and a whole bunch of the Gulf of Mexico that's never been drilled before. And the third one opens Santa Monica Bay, Malibu, Palos Verdes Peninsula, and La Jolla. That was last week. This week, the U.S. Senate wouldn't go along with it. So this is a tremendous victory on Wednesday night. At 1 o'clock tomorrow, this is commercial, 1 o'clock tomorrow we have a panel about this. Thank you.
When I did a documentary on offshore oil in California in 1986, people said, go talk to Richard Charter, he's been at it for years. So, and everybody talks has to then draw people back in here for the dance. It's too fantastic to miss.
Yeah, I'm Michael Stocker, Director of Ocean Conservation Research. We're working on finding about the impacts of human-generated noise on marine life and trying to find solutions for it. And while the Senate did kind of turn down some of the roll-aheads of the House, this next week, Senate Energy is going to be working on a bill, I think it's up to 216 or 316, my copy doesn't have a number on it, but basically it's called the Oil and Gas Facilitation Act of 2011, and they're essentially going to be doing the same thing. They're opening up the coast again. They have the provision of basically doing a seismic inventory, 750 million air gun blasts to basically inventory the outer continental shelf to know how they're going to build it up. And there are other consequences of noise impacts of the new technology. This is what we're here today, or this week, is actually talking to Senate folks about that. Thanks a lot.
We're going to get a board member when you eventually want to come up and give us 90 seconds on our Advanced Ocean Board. Oh, somebody else? Yes? Thanks. We're getting there, but once the dance is ready, we'll have to go out and grab 100 people or so and bring them back in.
Good evening, I'm Carey. I'm the co-founder and executive director of the North American Marine Environment Protection Association. We're delighted to be part of this weekend's events. And our mission is to educate seafarers, port communities, and students about marine environment protection, and at the same time educate people about what the maritime industry contributes to global society. So I'm looking forward to meeting all of you this weekend.
And in fact, Geraldine Max can't be here. She's the president of the port, America's Port of LA, because she's greening that port tremendously. It's like greening the ports, and now she's off in Korea this weekend, becoming the president of the International Harbor and Ports Association. So we started greening ports in California. Before you know it's gone global. Anybody else want to quickly tell us what you're doing? If not, we'll go out and we'll start bringing people in for the next show, which is going to start in any minute.
Good evening, everyone. Hope you're enjoying tonight's activities so far. It is my privilege to introduce to you Celine Cousteau, who is going to talk to you about this next element of her Oceans Inspiration Initiative. Celine? Hello again. So I was just up here. I feel like I keep being up here. The idea of Ocean Inspiration, for those of you who weren't here earlier, was as an homage and tribute to my grandfather, Jacques Cousteau, who would have turned 100 this past year. And Ocean Inspiration was really about celebrating ocean advocacy in all forms. So it was bringing together artists, musicians, dancers, scientists, filmmakers, politicians, and policymakers. And this is the second part of Ocean Inspiration. The first was up in New York. We did a big gala celebration on Wednesday. Portion of the proceeds going to World Resources Institute Reefs at Risk. And we also have a silent auction there that will benefit the same. But the idea for me in honoring my grandfather was really bringing together people from all walks of life. There was a music performance earlier, which I know a lot of you have already seen. And what's coming up next is a dance performance. And Kristin, who is the choreographer for this, I met her 2 years ago at the Blue Ocean Film Festival, which Debbie is the founder of, who's just here on stage. And when I saw Kristin dance, I went, that's it. This is what it's about. It's about all these different mediums. And her expression of her love for the ocean and her ocean advocacy is her dance. And that's how she communicates that, and that's how she tells that story. And earlier today, actually, Carl Safina was on a panel that I had over at World Resources Institute talking about the future of the oceans. And he said something that translates through everything that we're talking about here at the Blue Vision Summit and any ocean-related conference that you would go to, is that if you can't get to people's hearts, you won't get them to change. My grandfather said people protect what they love. We need to get at people not just from the mind, but from the heart and from the emotions. And we get at them through whatever medium it is that they respond to, through whatever it is that inspires them. And when I see artists, when I see And I think a lot of people out there who aren't necessarily involved in marine sciences find their inspiration in that as well. Kristin put together an absolutely spectacular piece based on bioluminescence. So this is actually a very much more high-tech piece probably than you're used to seeing. We are going to ask you not just to turn your phones on silent, but to turn them off completely. And if you take any photographs, no flash photography. When you see the piece, you'll understand why we're asking you this. Her costumes are triggered by movement and sound. So we really need all of that to happen for her to be able to express this. We need the aisles completely clear of feet and bags because they're going to be working with their nocturnal eyesight. So if we could bring the lights down, all of you enjoy this. This is a beautiful work of art and love for the oceans, Kristin McArdle.
Somehow like being a magical creature. I can still see just a faint amount of light coming from above, suddenly. But imagine living in a world where light is the most common form of communication. Rings of blue fire. The ocean is alive. We have the power to alter the nature of nature. Can we use that same mighty power through understanding to maintain the integrity of the natural world? To have enough restraint so that we can maintain the integrity of systems that keep us alive? We must, or there's no future for us. Joy watching a leaf unfold, the miracle of being alive at all. Imagine the ocean without fish. Imagine the ocean without light. The ocean is alive.